For my first bike, I wanted something that wouldn't break the bank, but would get me out onto the trails as soon as possible. So I took that theory and I spent the past few months researching everything I could related to mountain bikes and which one worked best for me that was in that price range. Bike ads like this one quickly consumed my history. All the components to consider: brakes, forks, wheels, a frame size that would fit me best. This all began to really confuse me. To get all the components I was looking for on my first mountain bike started to feel a bit out of reach. I'm a beginner, so keep in mind this is from a beginner's perspective. Today I will show you the Raleigh Talus 4, and I just want to let you know the video is not sponsored, just an honest opinion of if this bike was worth my investment. The packaging was a 10 out of 10. It was covered and protected in all the right places, but I would hope this is common to all bikes you purchase online today. The box also had the bike dimensions listed inside of one of the cardboard flaps to ensure that the bike you received was the one you ordered, so save your box in case of issues. As you can see here, it came equipped with a care package full of items. A wrench equipped with both 15mm and 12mm. There's also a third hole for what looks like a bolt or nut. Standard plastic pedals, which are honestly junk, and I have already ordered a new set. This is something you commonly would replace first on a mountain bike anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. There's reflectors that I won't be using, and 3 hex keys of different sizes attached to a keyring. It also contains your quick release bolt. If you aren't recording yourself assembling, then you probably won't have to worry about fixing issues like this. Or this. Hey, at least I have an audience. With a few snips of some secure zip ties, the front tire and wheel is freed from the packaging. These are some pretty nice looking tires for the price, but we'll get to that later. Next we're on to the stem. I couldn't find the accurate specs for this, but it reads 8 Nm. I can tell you this isn't ideal. But this is something I also plan on upgrading regardless of which entry-level bike I chose. Just keep these things in mind when searching for your first bike. You must remove a few more zip ties before the seat will come loose. The seat looks very nice and well made. It features a Raleigh logo down the center and looks to be made of some type of pleather. The forks on this bike are very well packaged. They're secured with foam and lots of tape that I kind of struggle with unpackaging initially. Putting the bike on a bike stand should help you with this, but if you don't have a stand, use ingenuity to come up with something similar. The shock on this hardtail is a RockShox XC30 with 100mm of travel. This feature was rare for me to find on a bike for the price I paid. And well, if you haven't noticed yet, this bike also has front and back hydraulic disc brakes. The handlebars are made of an alloy that are a decent size of 700mm. This is where the bike differs a bit. I received a 19-inch frame, which is the large. I measured my inseam to understand which bike would work best for me. I understand this isn't the best measurement tool to size yourself for a bike purchase, but it did work for me. The medium, large, and extra large version of the Talus 4 come with 29-inch tires and the 700mm bars. If you purchase the small bike frame, then you will receive the 27.5-inch tires and 680mm of bar width, probably making them feel like two entirely different bikes. But if I ever get the chance to try the smaller frame Talus one day, I'll be sure to update you on what I think. Mounting the bars with the hex keys provided was quite easy, and further adjustments can be done later once you assemble the bike. 2020 Talus 4 comes equipped with a sticker with a link to enter for prizes through Raleigh. It also comes with SR Suntour XE crankset, and the pedals claim to be bear trap pedals, whatever that's supposed to mean, but they are plastic as mentioned before. The drivetrain is a full 3x8 Shimano Tourney setup featuring a TY700 up front and a TX800 in the rear. The frame of the bike comes with a warranty and in many sizes. It is made from a custom formed AL6061 heat treated aluminum, and the headset on this bike is not tapered headset, but an FSA semi-integrated one. The bike also has a spot for a water bottle cage. Sitting on this bike, it does feel like the perfect size for me to get started. Without wearing shoes, my feet can still touch the ground flat-footed. Also standing over the frame, I have a few inches of clearance. The grips that come on this bike are not lock-on, but they do feel like pretty good quality and are really stuck on there. The bike also features Shimano's Surefire trigger system, making shifting a breeze on this. The hydraulic brake levers are Tektro, which are connected separate from the shifters, which is great for upgrading in the future. These bikes are at the entry-level hydraulic disc brakes price point. However, they're still hydraulic disc brakes, so for a beginner, this is a great feature item of the bike. The tires are V-Tire branded Crown R MPC compounds. These tires are 29.23 inches, which is okay for a beginner. They're not too narrow where it will underperform in most conditions. I'm sure you're wondering how much this beast is. Well, I scored mine for only $500 on sale, but the MSRP on these are $799.99. Are they worth the retail price? You be the judge. This video was intended to inform you on what you should expect to receive if you purchase the Raleigh Talus 4 from Raleigh Bikes. I believe this bike is a hidden gem. An overview of this bike and all its components can be found directly on rallysusa.com, and I will provide a link in the description. Couldn't personally find any information that was current on this bike, so I wanted to provide people a little insight on what they would get if they purchased it in 2020, hopefully to avoid having to do all the research that I have done. Overall, this bike is doggo approved, and if you're interested on how this bike rides on the trails, please stay tuned for the next video to see how it performs.